Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Chosenarchitect. Today we're jumping back into some more All the Mods 7 to the Sky. Hope you guys are ready. Now to kick things off with today's episode, I want to get into a new mod. I know we've been playing around with other mods. We're kind of like diving through a whole bunch of mods here real quick, but last episode we worked on the industrial contraptions, and we still have this up and running. Just want to kind of let this kind of do its thing for right now. We'll get back into that very soon. But mobs. Currently, we have tons of mob drops, as you can see. But there's actually a really interesting mob mod that is in here. I'm trying my best to say all this. And that is hostile neural networks. Yes, this is a new redo of a older mod. There used to be way more to it than this, but today we should go ahead and dive into this and at least get this up and running. Now, right off the bat, we probably should make this thing called the Deep Learner. And then we also will need these frameworks, but we also need a loot fabricator. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. So a loot fabricator, and we're also going to need a simulation chamber. So these are going to be the foundations for which this mod is set up upon. Now, right here, it says right-click on an entity to build a data model. These are going to be used to generate what you see right here, these data models. Now, a data model that I would really like to get up and running would potentially be like a cow. So if I break this real quick, and I turn these off, we go ahead and break this. And I get some mob spawning in here. Hopefully a cow, right? I believe this has a inventory. You can see data insert data module to be trained when placed in the deep learner. In order to train the model, you must deliver the killing blow. So I believe we put this like in our offhand with the data model inside, and it will work, right? It should work. Let's make sure we break this. We get some more mob spawning. But what I want is a cow. And we're probably going to have to kill several cows, so this setup will work for that for right now. But like, I want a way to just have like infinite food, and like steak would be a good source of that. Honestly, even this would probably be pretty good. Oh, here's one. So I right-clicked on it. We now have a data model of a cow. How cool is that? But we should be able to put this in here, and to be able to upgrade this, we're going to have to kill a few of them. It says upgrades to basic in 6 kills. So if we put this here and we kill this cow, now inside, oh, we ended up getting something cool. Inside this, we should see that now we need 5 kills in order to increase this. So at the moment, yeah, it might take a little bit to get the animals to spawn. But I can also learn other things, like a pig model. So let me go ahead and grab this. I think we can do 3 at a time. So let's go ahead and make a model for a sheep and a pig, even though I don't really think we need a pig. Honestly, I don't want to kill pigs. I'm sorry. It's just not in me. Pigs are friends. By the way, if you're wanting a shirt that says pigs are friends, you can grab that at chosenarchitect.store and then get your pigs are friends shirt over there on the merch site. Yeah, you should check it out. So now with all of those inside of, oh, I actually don't have this in my offhand. I don't know if it has to be in your offhand. For example, that was a cow I just killed. And yeah, the cow is going to be in 4 more kills. The sheep should be in 4 more kills as well. Also, look at that. This is actually a great way. I really like this dirt here. I wonder if it can be accelerated with a wand. But look at that. We're getting these things. And I believe if you give them a sapling, they really like when you give them a sapling. Or sorry, when you grow a tree near them, that's what they like. And they'll become your friend. Wow, there's too many of them spawning though. I'm sorry, but you must go. I'm so sorry, pig. I did not mean to do that. So maybe ignore the fact that there's a pig model there. I promise there were no pigs harmed in the making of that model, but I do want to go ahead and get these machines placed in so we can take a look at how these work. So we have a simulation chamber. And then we have a loot fabricator. The simulation chamber should simulate the mobs basically being inside this. Now, it is only going to accept one at a time. And what I'm kind of curious about is if it works like I remember, and where I still have one more kill left on the cow here to make it basic. And I think there's a chance it can actually upgrade this as it needs power. So you can see right here, it has 5 out of 6 data collected. I think it might collect data on its own. Let's see. I should be able to make a point. I don't think I have cables running back here. Let's go ahead and check it. Oh, I do have cables. Okay, never mind. I can just use some cabling to connect these in for right now, just to give them power, get them up and running. I would like to have these automated, but for right now, you can see right here, it says insufficient data model. Please insert a basic model or better. Okay, so we at least have to get another cow. And as you can see, I am struggling to get a cow. All the other ones are basic tier. Which is perfect. But man, getting another cow to spawn without having a spawner is a thing. But I can go ahead and throw this in. And let's see. This is building up with power. It is going to cost 128 FE per tick in order to run. And then we also need another material in here in order to get this to work. So I believe we need prediction matrices. Yes. So the prediction matrix goes in here. And this is going to simulate, as you can see, loading model from chip memory, assessing the threat level, engaging enemy, sequence prediction failed. So it does only have a 6% chance, but that increased it. So you can see data collected 5 out of 48 on this basic tier. And it says data per kill 4. And the model accuracy is increasing as it keeps doing a simulation. That's really cool. Now, it is generating these overworld predictions, and this can be used to make mob drops. Mixing it with other materials can make mob drops, and you can even use it to make blaze-related stuff. And you can also use that to upgrade and make this a nether star. Yes, this is actually a pretty decent way of generating a nether star. And I'm pretty sure an Enderman model, if we set it up for predictions, actually drops this. So you have an Ender Slime, the Ender Dragon itself, Enderman, and the Wither data card. My ultimate goal is to have this generating nether stars for us. Yeah, we don't even have to fight the thing. Hey, look, here's my chance. Boop. Now we have a basic on the cow, which is perfect. Now, this also has a chance of dropping these things, these predictions. I definitely want to get the cow in here because I want that simulating as soon as possible. So let's get the cow in and let's start thinking about how we can automate this. So at the moment, we need to make prediction matrices. So I need to give it a couple things. I need to give it power. I need to send it prediction matrices. And I need to pull the overworld predictions from it. And also, I need to pull the predictions themselves from it. So what is going to be the best way to do that? Because just connecting AE to it directly is probably not going to be the best solution. So I think this is going to be the perfect time to get into RF tools. No, sorry, not RF tools. XNet. That's right. We're going to be diving into XNet. And, well, it is a part of RF tools. Let's be honest. But this right here is a very simple yet complicated mod. That's going to take a little bit of explaining. So right here is a controller. This controller is going to need power. So in the back here, I'm actually going to place a flux point. So it has its own power source. Everything is all hunky-dory, right? Now we can also use this power source to send power to other things. So I can connect a connector to this said thing, and we can call this power, right? Which is perfect. Now this cable is going to end up hooked to this machine, Let me go ahead and pull this out real quick, and these, which are giving me predictions already. Go ahead and grab these out. Grab this, because we're going to be moving this over here. The thing is we're probably going to end up with separate chambers, right? Simulation chambers over time. So for right now, I'm going to put this simulation chamber right here. And we can go ahead and open this whole thing up, make it a little easier for us. So we'll have the simulation chamber right here. And I can go ahead and put the loot fabricator. I don't know. We can put it right here for right now. Let's go ahead and say that. Okay. So we have these two machines. Now I do need to get a connector placed on this. Now we can place this on the back, which is perfectly fine. And we should be able to get everything routed through this. But I do want to show you that we can actually facade these. So if I did run the cable through the middle here, we could actually make it look like it's the gray concrete. Just utilizing these facades, you just right click it on the material you want to set it to, and you take the facade and you would click it onto the cable. Pretty nice. And also anytime you held like a connector, it should show. So let's go ahead and take this cable and we are going to run it through and connect it over here. All right, so we have two things hooked to this. It's actually kind of a simple way to show this. I can also go ahead and, while I'm at it, get a barrel. We can go ahead and use a barrel as an inventory source. That is completely fine. And you know what? Let's go ahead and change this spot right here. And let's make it a connector that is connected to this barrel. Because this barrel, we're going to kind of hook things to it. Now, I do want to apply to logistics to actually hook to this barrel. I think this is how I'm going to send items around. So let me actually hook a connector inside here, and that actually gives me a great example to show that I can facade these blocks. So right there, as you can see, that's nice and facaded, and even though there is a block still there. Perfect. Now, here's gonna be the complicated part. Before we jump into that, I'm actually going to go ahead and get a barrel placed here, and that is going to actually make things a little bit easier instead of what I was doing. Instead, back here, I'm just going to get that cable hooked in. Okay, now we will have an input source and an output source. So I'm going to go ahead and route some cables from this over here, so that way we can connect it to the back before we get into this. So let's go ahead and define what we're doing here. So we know an import bus is going to send into our network, so we can go ahead and place that here. And then this is going to be an export bus where we pull items automatically out of our network. And all we got to do is just wire this in, and we're good to go. So this is all nice and hooked up. So us setting up the configuration for this, we will do that here in just a moment. But for right now, we need to basically say, okay, what do we need in here? And then what is going to be pulled out? Now we know we're going to need prediction matrices. So with that knowledge, we need to go ahead and get an auto crafting recipe set up for this. So this right here knows it will need 16. And we just need to make sure that this is going into some sort of crafting process. As you can see, we've got a lot of auto crafts going on here. Yeah, I don't know if we need all of them, but we'll be able to replace some after time. But yeah, we're almost completely filled with auto crafting recipes. Kind of mind-boggling. So with that set up, we can actually tell this to, hey, craft the prediction matrices when we need them. Like on command, we can say, hey, fill this entire barrel with prediction matrices, and it's going to do that. Now, to get that done, we actually need to make an upgrade card. So let's grab that. It is going to be a crafting card. Let's see. Yeah, crafting card. This one right here. So we basically need this card and a crafting table. I don't have a crafting table. Now I do. So there we go. So this is going to support the crafting. And we need to say on the hostile mod, we're basically going to pop up here. And we're going to say, hey, go ahead and start exporting this item and then craft it on demand. So crafting behavior, it says use stock items or craft items while exporting. It says do not stock items, only craft items when exporting. We'll set this to do not stock items. Or do not, oh no, we actually want this to use all items. So yeah. So it should start, you know, over time filling this entire chest. It looks like, unless it's ran out, but no. it's going to continue to craft all 16, which is perfect. So that's going to continue until this fills up, which is fine. Now, this is where we get into the fun part. We need to get into the XNet controller and get these items routed around. Now, with everything nice and hooked up, as you can see, all the cables are connected. We do need a cable that is actually connected to the controller itself. So I do need a connector. And let's go ahead and grab another connector here. And we're probably going to have to facade this because it is going to be going into the block. Let's go here. We'll pop a connector onto the top. And we'll just route that. Perfect. Awesome. So with that, let's grab XNet. And we're going to go ahead and facade that block. Just like that. Perfect. And let's get into this. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and create our first channel. We're going to call this XNet Energy, or that's the channel we're selecting. And we're going to make this an energy channel. What we're going to do is we are going to create a extract on the connector. And then we're going to go ahead and set an insert for power on these two machines. This one's already receiving power. Otherwise, you could probably do it that way too. So what this means is these should be receiving power now. As you can see, they're getting power. Pretty cool, right? This is like very, very simple stuff. And this is receiving power. Now, I do want to test some stuff and see how these machines are going to work. So if I put this in and I set this to an extract, I want to make sure that this isn't going to pull the data model out. So let's go ahead and create a new channel, which is going to be, I believe, items. Yeah, items. We're going to do some item routing. And I'm going to try my best to kind of demonstrate this, but it's basically like a pipe. I mean, it is a pipe, but it's a piping network that can do multiple things. It can send energy, redstone, basically the same thing that the laser IO that we played with can do, except this has an interface. So underneath this, we have the one of these barrels, which we don't know which one's what, but we can actually define that. We can say this is, what is this stuff? The matrix. We can say in for that one. We can say out. Oh, this is a multi-connector. Okay, never mind. This connector needs to be an advanced, I believe. So if it's connected to 2 blocks, I believe it has to be advanced, which allows me to have this side in and this side named out. Oh, maybe not. Weird. I thought it lets you change both sides. I learn something new every day. So I have no idea really which one's what, but I can double click to highlight. So now we can see that the top one here is actually the one where we're going to be moving items from. We're going to be pulling items from. So on this item channel, we're going to make this an extract right here, an extract channel, and it can be from any side. It doesn't really matter. And we need to send this somewhere. So we're going to be sending this prediction to the simulation chamber. So this needs to be an insert, as you can see right there. So what we should see is this stuff getting pulled out and going into here. And it's doing it. It's doing it just fine, which is perfect. Now, we also need to pull stuff out of here. So we need to create another channel that is going to be items as well. Create. And what we're going to do is we need to send certain items to a certain chest and another item to the loot fabricator. So for that, we already have the items. We have ourselves the prediction, and we also have this overworld prediction. Now, we might have to change this stuff and add it to the filter later on. But for right now, under this, we are going to not set the extract yet. We are going to work on our filter. So I need this to be an insert, and I need to filter the items that I want to go into this barrel. And for right now, that is going to be this item. And then this also needs to be an insert. And I need to set the prediction here into this. So right now it says enable blacklist mode. So right now it's under whitelist mode. So if I turn this on and I set this to extract, we should have these items being extracted from here. Is that happening? or sorry, the loot, actually this is backwards. I set this all up backwards. Sorry, this channel needs to be this, and then this needs to be set to extract. That should work. And you can see the items getting pulled out. And right here, we get to select what we want. Do we want raw beef or do we want leather? And for this one, I want the beef. So this is going to work. And it works pretty good, as you can see. Bam, now we have raw beef. And now I want to extract that raw beef, because once it's set, I want to extract that and have it go to our barrel up here, which is going to send it into our applied logistics system. Let's go ahead and create a new channel for items. We'll create that. And this is our loot fabricator we're working with. So we'll extract, and then we're going to send that to this barrel, which will be an insert. And that should send the beef on its way to here. Very nice. That is basically all of this automated in a nutshell. And we can kind of leave it to do its thing, and hopefully this accuracy will go up. I don't know if we still have to go out and like kill more things to make this better, but I'm going to let this run for a while before we switch this over to something else. But this should work. Now that I'm noticing it though, we're probably going to need a loot fabricator for every simulation chamber. So it's basically going to be a simulation chamber, loot fabricator, simulation chamber, loot fabricator for every mob that we're going to want to simulate. So eventually this is probably going to get moved underneath this, which is very easy to do. All I got to do is just move the connector, and that's basically it. Still one thing I want to try out. I've just got to try this. Let's go to the end city. Oh boy, I am nervous because this should work, and we've seen what it's going to actually drop. So let me head over, click you, put this in the offhand so we can see it while we're working on it. And all I gotta do is kill a bunch of these, and we're gonna potentially have another star today. That's gonna be pretty crazy. So I got this bad boy all the way up to superior, one more and it becomes self-aware. And now my model is self-aware and is going to start taking over. Oh boy. I believe this does not upgrade anymore. This is the highest tier. Now I don't know if this is more expensive. It might be a bit more expensive to run a self-aware. We're about to find out. So let's head down, and I'm going to change this out. The one that's running up here. Oh, with the one that I have. The Enderman model. And we might have another star today without killing a wither. No joke. Straight up, we're going to potentially have this. Okay, we'll put the Enderman model in. This is going to be 512 FE per tick. So you see that it is a bit more expensive running this. It is a 99.5% chance of successful model. And oh boy, this should also generate that material that I was talking about, this right here. And I believe this shows that we can make another star with it. But we are going to need wither skeleton skulls. And I think I have wither skeleton skulls. Oh my gosh. We made a nether star without actually killing a wither. What is this madness? So yeah, the only thing I'm going to have to do is basically take this and whatever that generates. As you can see, it's already going in here because it counts all predictions as predictions, I guess. And we can choose ender pearls, or we can choose, wait, what? That's ender crystals? Really? Okay. I mean, I guess both work. Ender pearls I really don't need a whole lot of. But to just make sure everything's going smoothly, let's make sure our insert here is also accepting this. And that's as simple as that on the change. I'm going to leave these running because that's nether stars. And also chorus fruit. And yeah, mostly nether stars, which is kind of awesome. I think if we had like wither skeletons running with this could be really powerful. Well, guys, I mean, if this isn't awesome, I don't know what is. Of course, guys, be sure to click that subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. I, of course, want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And that, my friends, is going to be a huge thanks going to Comfy Echo. Thank you so much for your amazing support, by the way. Over on the Discord, becoming a Discord premium member. And of course, guys, if you're interested in joining the Discord and becoming a Discord premium member yourself, all you gotta do is go to discord.gg/Chosenarchitect and join this amazing crew over there. Guys, also, like I said, click that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Comment something down below. I'll be sure to heart some comments down there. I always love reading you guys' comments. And of course, guys, give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.